Hello and welcome to our newscast. I'm Hwang Jie live from Seoul. Seoul's foreign minister and Washington's top envoy to the United Nations have agreed to push for more powerful and independent sanctions against North Korea for its continual nuclear and missile provocations. On fresh multilateral sanctions by the UN Security Council, Samantha Power said the Council will take its time to craft the best possible measures. Kwon So-ah reports.
After wrapping up a meeting with U.S. Ambassador to the UN Samantha Power on Monday, South Korea's Foreign Minister Yoon Byung-se says Seoul and Washington are in talks of bringing up extra sanctions on North Korea.
Seoul and Washington are coordinating independent sanctions on various levels, which I also discussed with Ambassador Power today. South Korea's government is also examining much stronger independent sanctions than those imposed in March.
Minister Yoon added the EU and Japan are also working on independent sanctions and that such measures come at a timely moment as they will maximize the effects of other sanctions. The minister also deemed Ambassador Power's visit to South Korea as opportune, as the UN Security Council is in deep talks on drafting a new set of sanctions on North Korea's fifth nuclear test last month. Ambassador Power told reporters that the UN Security Council is working around the clock to adopt a new resolution as quickly as possible. However,
we are for a resolution that makes a substantive difference and changes the calculus over time of the North Korean leadership. So we are not going to sacrifice or shortchange our ambition to rush this out. We want this resolution to be practically impactful on the ground.
Regarding cooperation from China and Russia, 2 of the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council, the UN envoy said the U.S. will exert all possible political influence to ensure support from all council members. Power also met with Unification Minister Hong Yong-pyo on the same day, emphasizing the importance of the work at the ministry, saying unification is what everyone wishes to see. She expressed her impression of her visit to the truce village of Panmunjom on the inter-Korean border Sunday, where she felt how close the threat of nuclear and missile tests are, and also underscored the urgency of dealing with families separated since the Korean War. The ambassador returns to New York Tuesday, wrapping up a 4-day trip to South Korea. Kwon So-ah, Arirang News.
Samsung Electronics has asked all carrier and retail partners to stop sales and exchanges of its Galaxy Note 7 smartphone while an investigation takes place into whether or not the replacement phones are safe or unsafe. In an official statement posted on its website about an hour ago, the world's #1 smartphone maker says it remains committed to working diligently with appropriate regulatory authorities to take all necessary steps to resolve the situation. Commenting on the global sales halt, the chairman of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission said Samsung had taken appropriate measures. At least 8 cases of fire involving the replacement Note 7 have been reported since sales resumed in early October, 5 in the U.S., 1 each in South Korea, China, and Taiwan. This prompted Samsung to announce a temporary production halt on Monday. Yet another aftershock hit Korea's southeastern city of Gyeongju on Monday night. The magnitude 3.3 tremor hit some 10 kilometers southwest of the city shortly before 11 p.m. No damage or casualties have been reported. The meteorological agency says it was the 470th aftershock recorded since the city was rocked by a magnitude 5.8 earthquake in mid-September. That was the most powerful quake even recorded in Korea. In the race for the White House, looks like Donald Trump has his work cut out for him with just 4 weeks remaining before the U.S. presidential election after the leak of an 11-year-old video of him making controversial comments about women. With Trump's poll numbers sliding, the Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan has distanced himself from the party's candidate. Kim Mo-kyun has the details.
Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan has announced that he will no longer campaign with nor defend Donald Trump. His statement comes after the emergence on Friday of a 2005 video showing Trump bragging about groping and making sexual advances on women. Ryan claims he was sickened by what he heard and said he would spend the next 29 days trying to protect his party's congressional majorities and on making sure that Clinton does not get a blank check with a Democrat-controlled Congress. Donald Trump quickly fired back at Ryan. He tweeted that the House Speaker should spend more time on balancing the budget, creating jobs, and tackling illegal immigration instead of wasting time fighting him. The latest NBC Wall Street Journal poll taken after the release of the video has Trump trailing Hillary Clinton by 14 points in a heads-up race. The Democratic candidate had 52% to Trump's 38%. It's a significant hike compared to the head-to-head matchup by the same poll released last month, where Clinton was ahead by 7 points. The poll of 500 registered voters has a margin of error of plus or minus 4.6%. The winner of next month's presidential election is the candidate who gets 270 or more electoral college votes. According to Real Clear Politics' electoral map, as of Sunday, Clinton currently holds leads in enough states to secure 260 electoral votes, just 10 short of an outright majority. Kim Mo-gyan, Arirang News.
And that wraps it up for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Hwang Jie live from Seoul, and do stay tuned to Arirang News at 10 a.m. Korea time with Mark Broom for more updates, and goodbye for now.